Okay guys, so I have my caramel pumpkin swirl candle from Bath & Body Works burning in the back there, and it smells so good. And I also have my notes here because, as you read the title, we're talking about starting my Invisalign journey, and it's gonna be a lot, so strap in. Anyway, with that being said, let's get started with this video. Hello everybody, my name is Adi and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please make sure to subscribe down below. It's free and it also helps me and my channel grow. So the first thing is, what am I fixing? So this one is a little bit tricky because I just want to say, disclaimer, everybody's smile is different and I'm sure you have a beautiful smile back at home. I don't know, I feel like for me, I've struggled with my teeth for a really long time and I know how sensitive that could be. So anyway, back to what I'm fixing or wanting to fix. There's two main things. The first one is my gap. My front two teeth have a gap. To me, it's very noticeable. To some people, it's not, but if you've seen me up close, I'm sure you have noticed. And so my front gap is very probably my biggest insecurity my whole life, I think. My second thing is my bottom teeth. There's starting to be some overlapping or overcrowding. It's very minimal, but it's there. And I'm pretty sure it happened because once my wisdom teeth back here started fully coming out, they started pushing my front teeth because there's no room. And so they started doing this, and obviously my teeth are like this, and so they started going like this. And it ended up giving me a very minimal but still some crowding in there. Now I will say that when I just smile, those two issues are very small. But when it comes to myself, I'm the one that sits and edits these videos, even just on like pictures or whatever, Instagram, social media, all that stuff. I'm constantly thinking about my gap and how noticeable it might be, or just how much I wish I'd had that gap closed. And it sucks because it was so small yet so mind-blocking. I don't know, it really got to me for years and years, to the point where sometimes I wouldn't even want to make videos. Like, I just felt, I don't know, I don't want to say this word, but sometimes I really did feel ugly or just not the best looking girl out there. And I always got this comment where it was like, okay, well, models, like supermodels out there have a big gap and they love it and it's the London look and all of that, which yes, I totally agree with you, and it's amazing how these supermodels are rocking it, and that aspect of it does make me feel better. But deep down, it's just not what I wanted for myself. It's not the look that I wanted for myself, especially because I'm on, well, not that I'm on camera a lot, but me editing these videos, it's very hard to constantly be looking at that and constantly be beating myself up for the way I look. In case any of you out there are curious as to what I have going on in my teeth, because I don't know if you can notice, I already have my aligners in. I've been in this process for 10 weeks. So I've already have that down. I have 41 weeks of this treatment, so it's a little bit less than a year, and I have 17 attachments. The reason why I'm getting them now is because, number one, I can finally afford them, and that is only or strictly because I have benefits from my current employer, and that just really helped me and, you know, pull the trigger and say, okay, let's do this. And another thing that really made me want to start this process as soon as possible is because I'm only getting older, and the more that I live my life not being 100% happy with myself, and I know we all have insecurities, we all have that one thing that we just aren't happy with, but this is just like to the next level, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to make sure that I got it fixed, you know, as early as possible, as soon as possible, so that I can finally feel pretty, especially in front of a camera, and this is the time. So I'm extremely excited, super grateful to be able to start this process. I asked my parents, I don't know how many times, to get braces. I wanted braces. Back then, Invisalign wasn't even a thing, or it was really expensive. It was more expensive than braces. But my parents always said no, there was nothing wrong with it, or it was just not something that they did. Because actually, fun fact, none of my siblings had braces. Which brings me to my next point. Genetics was a big thing. My dad has a gap and my brother has a gap. All three of us have a gap, and theirs is slightly bigger, and I think it's only because, you know, as you grow older, I'm sure that opens up even more. It could be that my parents just never really put braces on any of my siblings, so why would they put it on me? And also, it's a lot of money. It's not just like a, oh yeah, here you go, let's start this now. Maybe they couldn't afford it, or maybe they just didn't want to spend the money on that. The next thing that I want to talk about is, if you're looking to start Invisalign, I would definitely recommend going to those free consultations. All you have to do is research like free consultations Invisalign near me. And I was lucky enough to find a pretty good amount of places that did them. I ended up going to a total of 3 different places. I will say the price of Invisalign, at least in my case, obviously every case is different. In my case, for all those 3 places, it was very similar to each other. The only reason why I went to the specific place that I started at them at is because they gave me a discount. I think it was like a $300 discount if I started that day, like if I signed the paperwork and all that. And I really liked how they broke up their payment plan and the down payment and all of that, so I decided to go with that because it just felt right. And again, it was slightly cheaper than the other places. I definitely recommend going to those free consultations because it really does give you an idea as to whether or not you qualify for Invisalign, because every case is different and not everybody can be an Invisalign patient. I think that's all that I wanted to talk about before we jump into the vlog, because I did vlog going to my consultation. I vlogged my first appointment where they put the attachments, my first day with the trays and all of that. So I wanted to put that footage here so you guys can watch that, and then I'll see you guys at the end. Ew, gross. So today is July 19th. I had to leave work early today because I just got to my first ortho appointment. I just parked outside. I'm about to go in, and this is my first ever appointment with my Invisalign thing. Really quick, I don't necessarily want to do this shot, but just for the video and just for my documenting on my Invisalign journey, this is my before. Just got in my car. I haven't taken off my face mask. I haven't seen the trays yet, but I'm really nervous, so let's go ahead and see them together. Oh, you can't even see them. Well, you kind of can. I definitely feel, oh god, I definitely feel them. It feels very different. And I feel like I'm speaking very weird. But it was really fast and it was kind of painful. I got 17 attachments. Oh my god, it feels really weird. And yeah, they gave me a little bag that looks like this, a little pouch I guess, and there's stuff in here which I will unbox with you guys once I get home. Alright guys, so I just got home and they still feel really weird, but I thought I would unbox this with you guys in case you are getting Invisalign and you're wondering what they gave you in this bag, because I believe everybody gets their Invisalign in this little pouch. So here are my aligners. I believe they did give me 10 weeks worth. So this is basically what it looks like. It just says Invisalign at the top and it tells you the week that you're on. They also gave me some aligner chewies. This is what they look like, and these are for when your aligners are not fully in because they're tight. You basically just chew on these and they're supposed to help push them directly down. And the last thing in this bag is this like nice case. So that's what it looks like. It's just the black Invisalign logo. And this is what comes inside. So it comes with your aligner case. This is where you'll put them when you want to take them out to eat. And these are cleaning crystals. Okay guys, so it is the next day and it's only day 2, but I thought I would update you all on the things that I've been learning along the way. This morning was so rough. I knew I was gonna be sore and everyone told me about the pain and the soreness of your teeth, but I didn't think it was gonna be this rough. I mean, it's really sore. This morning, as soon as I woke up, I felt the soreness right around this area. So I really feel like it is working. So today is day 1 of week 2. I am about to open up my second package. I just rinsed them and I'm about to put them in. Kind of nervous because I'm scared that it'll hurt. Oh! Wow. They're in now. They do feel like there's pressure, definitely. I feel like I'm in day 1 again. I can't even fully close my mouth right now. Now, I did want to talk about how it's going. So I will say, well actually, let me explain how my front teeth looked. So these are my front 2 teeth, right? And so there was a small gap, not too small. It was just, there was a gap in the middle. And my teeth also did a little bit of this. So there was a gap and they were also pointed out slightly. And I will say now in week 10 or 12, whatever, my teeth went from this to this. So they're straight down now. They're facing straight down. There's still a small gap, but they're facing straight down. So I think it is working and it makes me so excited. Another way that I realized or saw that it was working was because Julian and I went to a wedding recently. They took our photo, they went out and printed it, brought it back to us, we bought it. And when I came home, I was like, oh my gosh, my gap is like nearly gone. It's like insane. I'll put up that picture right here so you guys can see. My gap is like pretty much non-existent, but it just made me that much more excited to where I will one day not have that gap at all. Just in case you were curious, like, does it actually work? I think it's working so far. Of course, we'll have a full results video obviously when I'm done and we'll talk about the results, is it worth it, all that stuff more in detail, but so far I think it's working, which is really exciting. But yeah, I hope that helped somebody out there and I really hope that you do subscribe to my channel. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below anything. Even if you're just here to say hi, or if you've had Invisalign in the past before, or if you had braces before, what was your experience like? I would love to know in the comments below. But anyways, that is all for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!